We are in a series on how to not get lost, and that's a great goal, not getting lost. We don't always know we're getting lost while we're getting lost. We got to recognize that the little choices that we make every day influence us. Several weeks ago, I gave a little thing that I think it was Aristotle that first said it, and I think I modified it a little bit. But the idea is this: sow a thought, reap an attitude. Sow an attitude, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. Your destiny will be one where you're lost if you have sown the wrong kind of character, the wrong kind of habits, the wrong kind of actions, the wrong kind of attitudes, the wrong kind of thoughts. So part of what happens whenever we develop a rule of life, a set of daily and weekly rhythms, is it helps us to sow the right thoughts, to sow the right attitudes, the right actions. We're cultivating the kind of spirit that creates a healthy posture. When someone's posture is not good, they didn't get bad posture overnight. They didn't all of a sudden have bad posture. They got bad posture by slouching. They got bad posture by not standing up straight, by not sitting up straight. By just little increments, pretty soon there became a curvature in their spine. Pretty soon they were hunched over. Pretty soon they had bad posture. If we want to strengthen a posture, a way of living, an uprightness of contentment. If we want to strengthen our posture of contentment, it's going to take some little habits that we do every day. We're proposing that a rule of life is exactly how you do that. And a financial rule of life is whenever I begin to look at stuff the way God does, whenever I begin to overcome culture's grip of greed, it's going to empower me also to strengthen a posture of contentment. A beautiful passage in Philippians chapter 4. Love this text. The Apostle Paul says, "For I have learned," and whenever we're training ourselves in a new area, we're learning something new. He says, "I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity. In any and every circumstance, I have learned this is kind of cool, the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need." Then he says this very often misquoted passage. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. We usually hear that text and someone says, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I can be a rich man. I can leap tall buildings. The idea that we can do these grandiose things through him who gives us strength. He's talking about I can do humble things through him who gives me strength. I can live in want and be content. I can live in need and be content. I can live without and be content. He's saying that whenever I have a sense of rhythm with God, awareness of his presence, I can do difficult things. I can be content with what I have, with where I'm at, with who I'm with. I can be content. In other words, I can have a sense of peace and well-being apart from material possessions, apart from circumstances. That's what he gives me strength to do. Would you like strength for that today? I talked this weekend about a magic box. What if I had a magic box with a magic button and all you had to do to be content was come up and push the magic button on the magic box and boom, shazam, you're content. I mean, you would be running up there to push that button. You'd be dragging your wife up there to push that button. You'd be kicking your kids to get up there and push that button. Why? Because you know when you see in others a lack of contentment, oh, it's a sad thing. When your spouse is not content because you're not good enough or you're not doing that or this or the other thing, that they don't have enough of whatever, that just breeds discontent. When your kids are never satisfied, it just breeds further discontent. Man, if you could just get rid of that. Oh, if there was a magic button you could push, you would push it. If there's a magic pill you could take, you'd take it. But there is something pretty magical about when we spend regular time with Jesus. When we focus on spiritual things, when we meditate on spiritual truth, it has a magic quality to it that changes how I look at stuff, that overcomes culture's grip of greed, that strengthens our posture of contentment. What if in this season that we are in, what if in this year, right? And I'm inviting you to take hold of this notion that what you do on a daily basis matters. What you do on a weekly basis, like a habit of worship together, a habit of Sabbath together, a habit of meditation on Scripture, a habit of praying multiple times a day. That what you do, these cultivated practices, is how you sow the right thoughts and how you reap the right attitude. How you sow the right attitude and you reap the right spending. And how when you sow the right things over time, you are strengthening your posture of contentment. This series is for you, and it's also for you to share. Share this video, encourage a friend to come join us in Mariposa on Sunday nights at 5 o'clock, in Merced on Sunday mornings at 9 or 11, to join a small group, to join community, to get a little accountability, to help strengthen your own posture of contentment. Because I guarantee you, what you're sowing day by day is either giving you bad posture or good posture. How's yours? I'll see you this weekend. Please invite a friend. God bless.